Hi and welcome to my quick and dirty Unreal World character creation tutorial. To get the game, you go to unrealworld.fi, go to downloads, and you can download the game for free. And if you like it, you can buy it on Steam or on itch.io. So once you download the game and install it and run it, you get here, create a character. I recommend you choose custom. If you choose quick and easy, it's very likely you'll get an underpowered character, which you probably don't want for your first character. Choose a name. I strongly recommend you choose Kaumolainen. It's got the best stats. The Owl tribe also has good stats, but Kaumolainen is a larger culture. Like the people are larger and so they can carry more. And when you're killing elk and have to transport hundreds of pounds of elk meat, it's good to be large. Choose whichever sex you like. Choose whichever picture you like. I recommend you choose spring or summer for starting season so you have more time to prepare for winter. I recommend spring, but summer is also quite viable. I recommend you reroll unless you randomly get a really good character with great stats. These are the stats. The most important three are agility, speed, and eyesight. The next three I would say are strength, endurance, and dexterity. That's pretty good. Agility affects your ability to dodge, which is your most important defensive skill when you're in combat. And speed affects your ability to track animals. And this guy's big. He's what, 6'5"? So go with that. I wouldn't worry too much about spells at first. You can read what these are. When you kill an animal, you should consider sacrificing a cut of meat or something like that to the gods. Don't do it more than once a day, I think, is the general rule of thumb. But these aren't important at first. So here are your skills. You can improve 5 of them if you took my recommendation and chose custom. I recommend cookery. That will make the food you cook more nutritious and worth more if you choose to sell it. I recommend hideworking because that will make the hides that you turn into fur more valuable. I recommend spear. That should be your primary weapon. And then you can also, if you think you're going to want to use a bow, you can go with that. Let's see, we've got one more. Fishing is viable, trapping is viable. Which do you think? Fishing gives you sort of an insurance policy as a secondary supply of food. If you think you're going to want to use fishing as your primary supply of food, you can also do that, or trapping. So if you're brand new, I think fishing is going to be the way to go. But choose the last one based on how you think you're going to play. If you don't think you want to use a bow, you can do fishing and trapping. So cookery, hideworking, spear, I think are mandatory. Spear is a good melee weapon, and it's also a good ranged weapon with javelins. And then between bow, fishing, and trapping, I would choose 2 of those. Happy with this? Okay, I'm going to toggle the cultural regions. Now the best 2 trade regions are Driik and Reemi, and you want to be near there because when you kill an animal and go to sell the fur and some of the cuts that you cooked, you want to be able to buy good things with them. So you can buy nice axes, you can buy nice weapons, you can buy nice clothing if you start in one of these two areas. I recommend Reemi slightly more, but Driik is also very viable. So let's re-randomize start location by hitting R a few times until we get a good starting location. It will take a while because Finland, well, it will likely take a while because Finland is pretty big. Okay, close enough. I recommend you get in the big blob there, but this is close enough for a video. So enter. Startup scenarios. I usually choose the Unreal world, which doesn't give you any special advantages, but for your first game, if you want kind of an easier start, I recommend Unfortunate Hunting Trip. The Villages also gives you an easier start. Traps and Trapping, I want to be a fisherman. You can read through these and choose which one, but we'll go with Unfortunate Hunting Trip. Living in the Wild is the in-game tutorial. I recommend that. It gives you free things and it boosts your stats at the end as a reward. There's another reward you can choose, but I always choose the boost your stats reward. Okay, so there's a bear, and it just killed my father, and hopefully it's not going to kill me. I've never seen the animal that close. You can zoom out, by the way, to the start. Usually you can avoid the animal completely, but that was kind of the nightmare scenario. The bear has wandered a little bit away. Thank you for ruining my video, bear. Appreciate it. Okay. Generally, the animal isn't visible at first, and you can tell from its tracks which direction it's going. You grab your father's stuff, and you go away from the animal. You can't kill a bear at this stage of the game unless you get super lucky. Now your father may be stuck like in a tree, and then you use the semicolon key to grab his stuff. Semicolon lets you pick from an adjacent square. So I've got all his stuff. I'm going away from the bear, and I'm going to hit F6 to see where I am, and that's how you start this game. So good luck to you. I hope you enjoy the game. I hope you enjoyed this video.